All right, welcome to the 5th video of how to build a mobile application using Figma Design Tool. In this video, we're going to cover the profile workflow. So we've already created the login, sign up, shopping, checkout, all awesome stuff. And we'll have the video here, which will be the last video of us designing together. And we'll wrap up with the profile tab that we built out earlier. We'll also have another series of videos going forward just to talk about other ways that you use Figma, how to invite people into your design and collaborate with them, how to export assets, and letting engineers inspect your design for code attributes. We'll talk about Figma keyboard shortcuts. I'll show you some Figma plugins and how to get GUI kits online, and then how to create comments, and I'll have some final thoughts and going forward. Okay, so let's go back into our file here. And again, the screen that we're going to be building out today is this screen here, which is once you tap on the tab bar where the profile is, it takes you to the profile screen here. I can switch between orders and profile. See a picture of well, it's not really me, but some picture I found online. And it has some of my profile information. I could edit this information. I can add a photo. I can log out as well. Okay, so let's go back into our file here, and let's get over to where we left off last, which was we finished up the checkout experience. We have a pretty full-fledged prototype for a boba delivery user experience. But let's go ahead and grab the final pieces of this. So let's grab the sign up page here, and let's copy that, Command C. Let's take that over here to the final edge, and let's paste that over here. Give it a little bit of spacing. And let's rename this as our profile screen. So again, I just selected this screen here, and I double-clicked on the layer on the left, and I pressed profile, which hopefully at this point you're getting the hang of copying artboards and renaming them on the left. Another thing I need from this is I'm going to need this tab bar from the shopping screen here. So let's go ahead and select that, Command C, and let's go ahead and paste that into this profile screen that we have, Command V, and that will paste in place. Let's remove all of the form fields, the buttons there. Let's remove this logo. And let's grab these two tabs and just move them up just a little bit, about there. Okay, so at this point, we want to make the active state of this be the profile icon and go back to a default state for this boba tea illustration. So let's grab the profile icon here. Let's go to Fill, and we have it already set at white. Let's make the opacity 100%. All right, cool. Next thing we need to do is we need to grab this boba tea illustration here, and let's go ahead and just add a fill to it. Let's make it all white. It defaulted to white. And let's go ahead and make this a 40% opacity. Actually, 30%. There you go. Now it's very clear to the user that they're on the profile tab after they tapped on it, and that these are default states, and this is the active state. So let's go change the sign up and the login text. Let's call sign up profile. And let's call the login here orders. All right, pretty simple. Okay, now what we're going to do here is let's make the space for the photo of that person. So just grab the circle here. Quick key is also 0. And let's make a little circle here. Okay, so I'm going to have a video in the next series, about 1 or 2 ahead, to talk about Figma plugins. But you can also get some plugins right now, and I want to show you one that I use all the time. It's called Content Reel. And how to get to that plugin is if you go back to your dashboard, clicking on the 4 boxes here in the top left, takes you back to this screen. And remember, this is where you can create files. This is also where you add people, which I'll show you in the next video. At this point, you're on the drafts here. This is where you can create as many of these artboards as you want. If you go to the plugin here, you'll see all the plugins that you can use. And you can see this one here. It's called Popular. It's called Content Reel. If you click on Content Reel, you can also search for it and press install. It will install it in your Figma, all free for you. So why don't you go ahead and install that plugin. I'll give you a second. It's pretty quick too. Like, I'll uninstall this and install it. See, it goes pretty fast. Go back to my drafts. And then if you want to get back to your class file, just triple click on that. We're back at the same thing that we were at. Okay, what's really cool about this plugin is I want to fill this with an image, this circle. So at the top here in our menu, we have plugins. Click on the plugin and the one that we just added, Content Reel. Go grab Content Reel. And we want an avatar here. So let's go click on the avatars. And we could put male, female, or both. So put males, just click on males, and it will pre-populate this with any male that you want. You can click on it again and add another one. I can just go through and add as much content as I want. Pretty cool. I can also just take text, like let's grab this profile text here. You can just watch me. It'll give me names, phone numbers, addresses, numbers, dates, Laura Ipsum, emails, URLs. So it will pre-populate this stuff for me, so I don't have to just think of it and type it all up, which is pretty cool. All right, so let me change. I'm going to change one more time. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to grab another avatar. All right, let's get that guy. I like that guy. Okay, so at this point we have the profile image. And now let's go add the name. So let's just copy up this profile text here. Click and drag and hold Shift and Option while you click and drag. Let's copy it. It's at a centered layout. We want it left align for right now. So let's left align it. Let's center it a little bit. And this was the 19-point system. Let's go back to I think we had 16 regular. That's perfect. Let's go grab 16 here. And I'm going to stretch out this text. And I'm going to go back to text alignment, not being centered, but at the top, just like that. And I'm going to type in my profile information that I used when I signed up. So it was my name, Aaron Lawrence. You can type yours if you want. We had test@gmail.com. And let's go break up Aaron Lawrence into 2 lines in case people have long names here. And let's go ahead and make this the cool gray color here. All right, that's looking cool. Let's add a little bit more visual flair. Let's grab a rectangle. You can just do R, or you can go to the shape tool here. And let's put a rectangle behind all of this. So here's my rectangle. I'm going to grab it from the layers panel on the left and just click and drag it and move it behind everything. And let's go ahead and change this up. Let's make it that cool gray color that we had. And then let's make the opacity on it very low. Let's do like... That's okay. Let's actually do another color here. Let's detach that. Let's go do a white and just take it down to 10. That still isn't working for me. Sometimes the visual design, you gotta kind of go a couple routes. So let's grab us a blue color. There you go. Now we're getting somewhere. It should be just very subtle. I'm going to up the opacity a little bit. Yeah, 35%. And we're going to use something in the middle. We'll go about there. 25456B as a color. It's a background color. Let's give a stroke to this this profile image. So let's add a stroke here. I'm going to go with white for right now, then I'm going to tone it back. But let's make it like real thick. Okay, I think white should be okay. Okay, so now this text is looking a little bit small. So let's go back and make it white. Let's give it some more visual hierarchy. And let's make it the 19-point bold. Yeah, I like that. Let's go bold. Okay, that's looking good now. All right, so next thing to do here is let's go add the function to add a photo. We won't prototype it up, but we'll add the button to do it. So I have this little camera icon. Let's also grab the edit icon while we're here over in the design goods artboard. Let's go back over here and let's paste those into this artboard. I'm going to leave these here for now. Okay, let's grab the circle here. You can also just press O on your keyboard. And I'm going to hold Option Shift as I do this. You could also just hold Shift. If you hold Option, it goes from the center of where you're clicking. If you just hold Shift, it goes from the left to the right. I'm holding Option Shift so I can go center from where I click. And I'm going to make a little action button to upload the photo. Not too big, about that big. And since this is something clickable, let's go make this the action color. And let's go grab this camera icon. And let's go ahead, I'm going to right click on it, bring to front. I'm going to downsize it a little bit. I'm going to hold Shift when I downsize. If I don't hold Shift, you'll end up doing things like this, which isn't good. We want to keep the perspective of that illustration of the camera. All right, place that right in the center. Kind of drop that a little bit. Let's add a stroke. Let's add a darker stroke, like a 3-pixel stroke to this. Give it some separation from the image. That looks good. Now I can tap that camera to get into my pictures and select a new photo. If I want to edit any of this information here, I can press the edit icon. Let's go ahead and make that also an action color. So you can see the action color here. I'm going to copy the orders here, left align it. I'm going to change it to 100% opacity here. And I'm just going to write the word edit here. Put it next to that icon and move it down. Okay, and that would allow me to go into editing these this information here. All right, next thing to do is let's go do the order page here. So let's copy this profile page. Let's go on the left here. Let's call this order. And again, let's go make this text. We had profile was 19. This text here was, I believe, set at 19 bold. And let's make it white. It is white at 100% opacity. Let's make this profile here 19-point regular or light. And let's go make that 50% opacity. And then let's switch this rectangle over to orders. And then let's just delete all of the profile stuff that we did. Even the background. And at this point, we just want to call out some of the details that we ordered here. So let's go grab one of the photos, this milk tea photo here. And let's grab this information here. So I'm going to grab the photo first. I'm going to paste the photo into the order for now. Just anywhere is good. I'm going to downsize it a little bit. And I'm also going to grab the order information here. Copy this. Okay, and let's go ahead and paste this underneath the order here. All right, so let's take the, we'll call it 1 milk tea here. Let's take the information that says milk, semi-sweet, medium ice, large tapioca, and let's just change that to quantity. And let's just put 1 here. And let's center that. Let's center it underneath the regular milk tea text here. I'm going to make it the same width of the artboard so I know it's exactly in the center of that artboard. I'm going to do the same thing to the regular milk tea text, but you can see it has the left alignment. So let's go to the text area here and let's make it center paragraph alignment. That looks good. Okay, and then what we're going to do here is we're going to crop this circle here, or this this image here, and make it into a circle. So let's select the image. If you go to the top here, where it has your width and your height attributes, there's the corner radius field here. Go ahead and press Shift and the up arrow, and just do it a whole bunch of times. You can also just type in about 100. That should be fine. Let's make the width on it 190 by 190. And then let's go ahead and blow this image up a little bit. So what you can do here is if you triple click on the image and then go to the crop tool at the top. Now I have it cropped within the circle. You can grab the image here and hold Shift and just blow up the image. You can blow it up like that. And I'm going to downsize this circle a little bit. I'm holding Shift when I downsize. So I select the corner, hold Shift, downsize it. Go ahead and throw it over here. Move that down a bit. All right, and we also had a line that we put somewhere here on the checkout page. We had this line. Let's go select this line, just copy it. Now let's go back over to this board, and we're going to add this to a couple places. We're going to paste it, and we're going to add it right on top of that image, give it some space, but below the orders tab. So if we have more information on these orders, it can scroll underneath that line. And we're also going to center this here and also add the date. So I'm going to copy this quantity. And make the date here, let's say it's 01/03/2020. And the price of it was $1 or $9.49. All right, let's go ahead and make the text white for the total. And let's go make it 19 bold. All right, and let's go ahead and grab a line, just separate this order here, and we can add more down here as we go. What's cool if we do it this way is if we have more orders than one, we could copy these and make them a little smaller. We can add a whole bunch here as we wanted to. Say this was like an order of 3. Can put them here. And let's say the quantity was 3. We can have 3. If it was like 6 of these, then we can have 6 and all have different flavors within it. So this design scales to have that those different variations. You don't have to do this. I'm just doing it so you can see. All right, cool. So there's the order page. Let's go ahead. I'm going to go back a little bit here. Let's go ahead and prototype this. So let's go first to the shopping screen here, and let's grab this profile icon here. Zoom out. You kind of have to zoom out really far for this one. Press the prototype tab at the top right. Grab the little GUI prototype arm and go ahead and connect it to the profile here. At this point, we want to on tap, and we don't want anything fancy, just instant. That's it. We also want to take this illustration drink of the boba and connect that back over to the shopping page here. You can see. And nothing fancy, just instant. So on tap and instant. All right, and one thing we need to do as well, I'm going to copy the order text here. And I'm going to make this text the 16-point regular at 100% opacity, and make this the pink or action color, and just make this log out. And let's go ahead and connect that logout button by zooming out. You grab the little prototype link arm. If you just move it to the right, it will scroll the page for you. Let's go send that back to the login screen here. Cool. And then last but not least, let's connect orders here to the order screen. So orders on the profile tab to the order screen. On tap, and we want smart animate, and then let's do the same for profile text on the order screen to go to the profile screen. On tap, smart animate, and let's go ahead and take a look at that. All right, so if we're back at the shopping screen, I tap on the profile. You can see I go to profile here. If I go to orders, the nice smart animate applied the transition of the rectangle over to orders. I do profile. I can do log out. I can click back on the boba drink icon, take you to the center, and I can log out. It takes me to the logout screen. All right, so that's pretty much a full functional app that we just built out. Anywhere, all the way from logging in, ordering a boba drink, using multiple interactions, adding the drink, doing slide ups, putting in address information, putting in credit card details, seeing the loading screens, using animated GIFs, seeing the transitions of time delays on screens, getting to a final experience here, seeing that boba tea has arrived, and then getting over to your profiles, your orders, and logging out. All right, great. So that kind of covers mostly everything that we've done on building out the mobile application for this boba tea on-demand experience. And I want to thank you if you got it this far for not only purchasing the class and going through the class, but just going along with this with me here and spending the time on learning something like this. Design, I'm very passionate about design craft. It's a great craft if you're getting into it. It's an honorable craft, and it takes time and commitment to learn and to develop this. So thank you for taking the time out and developing your craft with me. So the next series of videos I'll wrap up here is we're going to learn a little bit of how to invite others into your board, how to export assets, inspect code in your designs, keyboard shortcuts, more of the Figma plugins that you got to see a little preview of recently on this video, how to create comments, final thoughts, and going forward. All really quick videos that should only take a couple minutes to go through, and you've already completed most of the class, so just stick along for these last few videos to tie everything together. Okay, well, thanks again. I hope you have fun with your prototype, and I'll see you on the next videos. Bye.